National Tax Day, better known as the day we see a bunch of Lego Star Wars in ready for May the 4th. What's up, everybody? It's your host here, Cristo from Stud City, and today's live and morning has been absolutely chaotic with official reveals from Lego and the Lego group of basically every Lego Star Wars set that some I was not even aware of are dropping. But holy heck, do we have a bunch of sets to talk about today. Yo, we got Coop in the chat. What up, Coop? Coop, if you want a link, bro, you let me know, man. If you want to talk about some of these sets, I know you have a lot to say about them. I appreciate you, brother. We got Quinlan, we got Cole, we got LMR Music here, Will Bix Productions. Daniel is in here early. Welcome on in. Happy morning of Tuesday the 15th. What up, Grizzly Bees? Good to see you. Good to see you. There is so much greatness. Of course, today's live stream will be a live reaction of the Star Wars May the 4th be with you. If you haven't been able to tell, we've been covering all the first of the releases on the Lego websites and all that good stuff, but also covering a lot of news on drops and releases, including May the 4th. Also, all the Bricklink designer programs, all the good stuff. So today is no different. We have a huge release of all the May the 4th sets. I'm so overly hyped about. What up, Chris K, another channel member in the house, and as well as No Time to Spare. Thanks for becoming channel members, guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. So appreciate that. Appreciate that. Let's talk some Lego Star Wars. I was pretty blown away. Now, I will say the official live stream from Lego here is going to be open up full screen. I think it's going to open up at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. So we got about a half hour, at least from time of opening. So it's probably not enough time to talk about these sets, but I am curious if you guys want to discuss some of these. Hey, we got Brooke the Builder here. So many new sets. Django ship looks awesome. So hyped. I do have all the box arts for at least the ones that I received. If you guys want to see a box art up close and personal, I can run to my room over here and grab them. But man, oh man. Now, I will say, if you want to see a review of this, there is a review already over on YouTube. It was done by M&R Productions. I believe he bought it off Bruce Swift. And I did watch the review video, and it was really, really good. So, anyways, that's the Jango Fett Fire Spray class Starship. Not sure why. Why do they call it the Fire Spray class Starship? I mean, it's obviously the Slave One, right? I'm assuming, it's just said that licensing. I don't know, right? But May 4th, official release, obviously coming for us VIPs/insiders on May 1st, which will be live streaming right here. So don't go anywhere. We'll have some guests on as well for that stream, but all those Lego releases will be live streaming together. I actually think I'm going to go buy another copy of this in store to give away, but more information on that in the future. But anyways, $300. I felt this price point is pretty fair. What's the size for the Clone GW? Yes, Clone versus Droid Battle Pack. Yeah, exact same size. I can grab it if you want, but that's a great question, Coop. I put it in my review video, which unfortunately I can't drop just yet, but it is exactly the same size as that set with the Grogu and then 2 501st Clone Troopers, and then one other character, I forget his name, Keeflin, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but also the same size as the Battle Droid versus Clone Trooper Battle Pack. So literally exact same size. I can go grab that. Smash that like button, y'all. What up, old man in the bricks? Good to see you. Disney said they can't. Okay, so it's a Disney thing. Makes sense. Regardless, official number 75409, 2970 pieces. So for a Star Wars set at 10 cents price per piece ratio, I was pretty stoked about it. I think even from pictures, justifying the shape of the set is so much better than the Boba Fett slave one. That was, 2019, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it is just a very beautiful Lego set. I love that the wings here are, going with gravity and they just kind of work alongside. It is just such a good touch that Lego did. Like, from the design standpoint, I mean, Lego did great things. This huge window screen piece obviously is new. We have not seen that piece before, so that's a pretty awesome call out. I know a lot of controversy, and I'll open it up. I'll open it up. What are your guys' thoughts on Jango as well as Boba. I'm very curious. I think that's going to be the highlight of this set. Now, Jango Fett, I love the rangefinder. I think that new mold looks fantastic, even from pictures. The picture looks a little blurry, right? I don't know if that's just me. But man, I think it does such a good job. Even the color scheme of the jetpack, I think it was a good touch. The back torso is printed, even though you'll probably have the jetpack on, you can't really see it. Not a big issue there. He does have his like unique blasters, sidearm printing, massive W. GG's Lego foot or toe, I like to call it toe printing there. I think looks good as well. So really solid minifigure. He has dual printed face on both sides. So Jango, great. Boba, terrible. Yeah. Uh, hey, what up, Brennan? Good to see you. If you pre-order, will you get the clone training GWP? Can anybody confirm on that pre-order? Chat is a lot smarter than me. Anybody in the pre-order game that has successfully ordered something on pre-order and the GWP's launched alongside it? What up, Mind Crush? Any idea on 2x points? I believe we're going to find out here in the next like 30 minutes, Robert. I feel like we will find out. So judging off past experiences with double points, we've seen many different things over the years, but last year we saw double points on select Lego Star Wars sets. And then also, I think even deeper discount example was like the Ghost. The Ghost was 20% off. So it was $127.99. Nice little sale. I think that's, for me, the cheapest. That's the only Ghost I have. I have one copy, and it was at that price tag. I got all of the May the 4th GWPs. I got that 20% off, and I got my standard insider/VIP points. So that was really, really cool on that set. But I'm assuming we'll see stuff like that similar this year. I feel like a lot of the sets on the market are mildly overpriced. And if you've been paying attention to our channel and some of the call out Lego sales and deals, we've been calling out like basically 30 to 40% off Lego Star Wars sets over the last few days, just readily available on Amazon. Example was that Paz Vizsla set for Moff Gideon. That's a $40 MSRP set, and it's just on Amazon for $22. What? Anyways, we're seeing big sales on sets like that. I'd imagine Lego is going to step up their game this May the 4th and give us something we want on some deep discount. Gunship was 4x points last year. Thank you, Pocket of Sunflores. So example there, I'd imagine that we see the Razor Crest on maybe 4x, right? I think that one's readily available on sale on Target and Amazon. So I feel like it's maybe likely that one goes on a 4x point sale. Again, that's just me kind of assuming, taking a wild guess, but going off years past. Coop has a good update here. It says don't pre-order because no GWPs. Thank you, Coop. Appreciate that, man. So there you go. There's a confirmation that you will not get the gift with purchase if you do pre-order. But if you don't want to miss out and you are scared that it will sell out or anything like that, trust me, I totally get it. I understand. Done it in the past. Do you think there will be a GWP between Easter and May 4th? Absolutely, Bricky. I think there's just like Easter's this weekend. I think they'll probably drop something, whether it's small, I don't know, right? I just think it's likely from now until May 4th is 2 weeks. I feel like that's a long time of no Lego deals, promos, incentives to buy. So I definitely see it happening. I would imagine here, if it's not, sometime this week, I would probably guarantee the weekend for Easter. I think it just makes sense. So yeah, if you want to wait out on that one. The website, it says excluding pre-orders. There you go. There you go. Excludes pre-orders. What is the official set number on the? I don't have it off the top of my head. On the GWP, I could probably pull it up. It should be loaded up on the Lego website. We can take a look at it. The Camino, Lego Camino facility. I have the box here, but does anybody know offhand? I mean, that was another one I just absolutely adored. Is official images, maybe 40765. There we go. 40765. Maybe not. I don't know. It was on the Lego website, but now I don't see it. I don't know. Anyways, we could talk about that one here too as well. But that, somebody said it, $160 is going to get you that Camino GWP. Man, is that thing fantastic. The clone cadets arm prints, just phenomenal. Really stoked about that. And a good price threshold for that one as well. All right, let's move forward here. I do feel like we are due for our next plant biome jungle, whatever this one. We get 4 per year. It was first one is in January, so that actually should be soon. Cobra report. I think that's a great call out. I mean, absolutely 100% agree with you. Similar to what we've seen with the World of Houses, Houses of the World, World of Houses, whatever, however you want to prefer that orientation of words. But yes, we received one of those every quarter. I think it was January, April, and then what? August, July, August, and then also October, if I'm not mistaken. That was kind of the sequence. So likely following suit, probably between April and May, we'll probably see another one of those diorama that we were supposed to get 4 of throughout this year. So yeah, that should probably make sense. Mullis Vengeance says $160 GWP. Yes, sir. That is the price threshold for it. I think is the exact same threshold as last year's for the droid carrier set, which I was a huge fan of. The House of the Stores from previous years. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's talk about this one. This is the Luke Skywalker Rebel pilot helmet. This is this looks this is my first time seeing this set. Like actually first time seeing this set. I did not know we were getting this at all. So there we go. There we go. I did not know we were getting this. $10 for a BrickHeadz is pretty standard, right? I feel like thankfully they keep the prices. BrickHeadz number 264. Holy heck, are we getting up there in numbers? That's wild. Yeah, I think it goes without saying. I think it looks good. One thing I love about the BrickHeadz collection is, at least from years past, every element is printed. We have no stickers. That's always really, really exciting. So I think the box art is what really is drawing me into this one. You know, I feel like we struggle here in the box art community from Lego lately. All the boring black boxes, similar to what we see with the Jango Fett. Obviously, I know this is an 18 plus set, or icons, whatever you want to call it. So the box art is a little bit more bland in comparison, and also getting some other sets that follow suit. However, this box art has like the Star Galaxy background that we see, in Star Wars. So I feel like that is a nice little touch. I think they did a good job with it. They do have a live action character there of Luke Skywalker in his outfit, his pilot outfit. So that's a nice touch there on the box art. Pretty simple. It even comes with a lightsaber. That's probably a detail we didn't have to have, but they had included. Is it actually the bigger lightsaber too? I feel like it is. Yeah. Discount should be revealed at 11:30. Yes, Abby, they should be at 11:30. That's what we're waiting for. The live reveal of Lego here at. I think I can open it back up. It should say. Well, it was over here. It's 11:30 Eastern or 10:30 Central, and we're a half hour out. So we'll be live streaming until then, going live, getting the live reaction, and having the whole lore fun. I have zero interest in BrickHeadz myself, but even if I admit that Luke Pilot looks really good, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this set it just looks great, really impressive. So just looking at it, this tile right here on his front, kind of like front chest plate, that is printed. Same thing with this tile slope here, that is printed, and I think it looks really good. I think those are the only 2 prints, which is pretty typical. I think we see like 2 to at maximum maybe 4 prints on on one of these BrickHeadz. Pretty simple, pretty effective. $10 there, not bad. This is another set that I did not know this one was totally coming. I think I did see there was a review on it already. But it is the Rebel U-Wing Starfighter, releasing May 1st. $70 price tag. Any thoughts on this one? I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say. I don't have a U-Wing in my personal collection, so it's going to be pretty exciting for me to finally get one, since I don't have one. But man, oh man, is this going to be awesome to get the K2SO droid minifig. I feel like that's the most hype part about it, in my opinion at least. So let me zoom in on the minifigs here. What is it? Oh, a Dedra. Dedra also comes in this set. There we go. Cassian Andor looks pretty good as well, if I'm not mistaken. Cassian looks good. So the last time we saw Cassian Andor was in that ambush on Ferrix set, right? That was an overpriced Lego Star Wars set, Ambush on Ferrix, and that was a Cassian Andor minifig, and he had a different face and hairpiece, and I'm assuming a different print. So a lot's kind of changed in that minifigure. which I always love to see Star Wars do. Change your minifigs, keep it exciting. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. So that is huge. His blaster looks pretty cool. Dedra is included in there, and also a tactical agent. I think the tactical agent looks all right. Pretty just simple standard. But the K2SO droid, if that is official, I think that's his name. I mean, he looks just great. We've seen one other one, I think, in a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken, from some of the Episode 9 sets when those were debuted. But man, oh man, is that an awesome droid. Pretty significant to the Star Wars lore. Happy to have one. I actually don't have one in my collection, so the fact that I could be readily available to pick this set up for $70 and get that droid, I'm pretty happy about. So the set itself feels probably in realm with the ARC 170. I feel like this is box art. It looks like the same box style, maybe as big as the ARC 170. I don't know. Will that be the case? I guess time will tell when this set is released and revealed. But that's at least kind of what it looks like. I will say I like these the wings here. I think it looks pretty good. This whole bottom portion for the cockpit looks pretty big. I don't know if it's bulky or just big, but I'm assuming, yeah, judging from like the way this kid is handling it, like it looks like a swooshable set, kind of like the ARC 170 or even the Ahsoka Jedi's Interceptor. That one was a lot smaller, but it looks swooshable. It looks nice. It looks all right. It looks like a fun little set for $70. So I'm hyped for it. Quinlan says BrickHeadz hit when they make them well. I gifted one for my friends, the Bright Bomber Fortnite character, and he loved it. His first Lego set. That's awesome. That Bright Bomber one was really cool. That was really, really cool. Hey, what's up? Bouncing back and forth between your ice cream and Evan. Wait, what? Wait, what? Cole? GWPs are interesting. Django keychain, Falcon Polys already in stores. Inside rewards, Django coin poster. I haven't seen those yet, Ari. I'm assuming that will pop up here in just a minute, like live. Which I can't wait to see a live reaction of that. But that'll be interesting. When can I get it? When I will buy it 100%. What are you buying, Lego? What's up, Cole? Good to see you, man. Yeah, so these are all May 1st releases, by the way, everybody. I did go ahead and link for anybody interested. If anybody wants to pre-order anything, I can pin it there, but in the comment section, an affiliate link to the Lego website. If anybody does pre-order anything, it supports the channel. Greatly appreciate it. So thank you guys for that. This is another BrickHeadz. And speaking of going back here to what Quinlan was saying, I mean, this one is fantastic as well. I think this is arguably the best Lego Star Wars BrickHeadz that's been made to date. This looks incredible. Correct me if I am wrong. $50 on this one, which again is right up the price alley of $10 for price per BrickHead. Aaron says the prices in Australia are pretty high, 110 for the Ewing and Australian 500 for the Jango Fett. Dang, man. Yeah, that does seem a lot higher, at least comparison to us. That is where they get you these $70 sets. You only want it for the figs. Damn you, like absolutely, John. I mean, the minifigs, right? This is a set without minifigs that I still think is done really, really well. Of course, this year, Revenge of the Sith is the anniversary. We are going to see Padme Amidala from Revenge of the Sith outfit. I feel like she looks pretty excellent here. Only one printed element, I would say, is this front, chest plate piece in a 2x4 tile. We next have Anakin Skywalker, which I think I love. His eyes being kind of where he turned and have like Sith Lord eyes is absolutely amazing. And look, it looks like Lego included his normal eyepieces. So maybe before he turns and battles Obi-Wan versus, after he slays Mace Windu. I mean, that is really cool. I like that Lego did that. It's clear that these are like the Sith eyes, printed Sith eyes here because, Palpatine has them, Grievous has them. Really, really cool touch. I'm impressed with that. I wish I had this set earlier or anything like that, but man, oh man, that is going to be a cool one. I love his attire as well. It looks like he has a 2x4 printed element there. He also has his lightsaber at his side with a hilt. Pretty cool, pretty standard. Hairpiece, brick built, of course, looks exceptionally well. So I'm pretty hype about this. Swappable eyes for Anakin is cool. Yeah. I love Queen Amidala from the last brick. Arisara, I agree that that Padme Amidala, Queen Amidala, was immaculate from the other one. I totally agree there. Star Wars is getting a lot of content. Yeah, man. Bolt, they have some really good sets dropping. I'm really excited. All right, General Grievous is the other one. He does have 4 lightsabers included. I'm so happy that Lego did that. I would have been pretty bummed had they not included that feature in General Grievous in this one. And I'll be honest, I don't think he looks bad at all. I think I've seen some complaints that, wasn't the best looking one, but I still think he looks pretty good for a BrickHeadz. I feel like he looks better without the plaque. That's kind of how I look at it. But one printed element there. Looks like his mouthpiece guard. We already talked about Padme, and then the last one was Mace Windu. Looks like he has a torso print on a 2x4 tile, and then pretty simple, straight eye colors there. I think Mace Windu is a simple character to kind of make. Has a nice attire. He is bald, so just studs on top showing. It's kind of funny, a little bit, maybe a little bit of play on Lego, play on studs here. Everybody with hair has tiled off pieces for the heads. And then a bald character shows around and it studs on top. I think that's kind of funny. I don't think anyone else has called that out, but I think it's interesting that like literally a bald character has studs on top and then people with hair have, to show the effect of hair, no studs. Pretty interesting, kind of funny. Like that Lego did that. So anyways, that one's pretty cool. $50, pretty standard there. BrickHeadz have not been notorious for going on sale. I know we've seen some sales in the ones in years past, but $50 is as pretty standard as we could say. Real question is, how mad is Tyler at these BrickHeadz? Wait, why was Tyler mad? I think he liked them. I think he really liked them. Yeah. Revenge of the Sith is coming back in theaters for the anniversary, which I'm really hyped. Oh, for him to add a hat. Yes, re-release. Yeah, Cobra. Return of the Sith is Revenge of the Sith is getting a limited release. I think it's like April 25th is the official day. All right, the next Lego set, dude, guys, chat. We are running out of time here. We are literally running out of time before this live reveal. This is the next one. Okay, this I'm very curious, and I kind of want to do a compare analysis of the Marvel one. But let me know your thoughts immediately about this set. This one is available for pre-order as well, if interested. But I'm pretty stoked about it. It's the Lego Star Wars logo. I can't believe this has been a Lego set that has not been produced yet. I'm shocked. I'm appalled. No, this set is just fantastic. I've seen a lot of hate for it, but I'll say this: of all the sets that I've got to build from May the 4th wave here, I've posted some pictures of the ones I've had. I honestly think this was one of my favorites. Like, believe it or not, this set was fantastic. Loved it. Absolutely love it. I can't wait to drop my official review video on it and all that good stuff. But $60, sure. No minifigs, totally. I get it. I totally get it. But I'm just going to compare it to the Marvel one, right? The Marvel one has like, what, 5 minifigures? Hold up. Let me pull it up. Hold up. Better than Marvel. I agree. Hey, what up, Rick Papa? Hey, what up, Derry? Good to see you, Derry. Welcome on in. All right, let's see. It's $100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 minifigs, and I'll be honest, I hate Marvel, so I don't care. I don't give a crap about the figs, so I don't know anything about them. Apologies for anyone that offended. Anyways, comes with 931 pieces, so it's a little bit bigger. However, you have to keep in mind, it is way boxy looking. Like, it looks very boxy and bulky, and of course has all the pieces coming out here to showcase the minifigs. Not a huge ad there. Versus the logo having 700 even pieces. So there we go. I don't know. I think I'd rather have the Star Wars one at $60. And like, okay, I'm gonna be completely fair. Take away the minifigs, and that probably decreases the set by $40. So like, hand for hand, you'd pay $60 for the Marvel sign versus $60 for the Star Wars sign. I'm going Star Wars all day and some. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm not a Marvel fan, it's just so much more biased. But even in comparison, I just don't think has the appeal that the Star Wars one does. This is just a set that I cannot believe has not been made yet, just because the fact that, I mean, how could we not have a Star Wars logo be made? Like, think about how many Star Wars sets we had. Does anybody know off the top of the head how many Lego Star Wars sets there are? There's got to be over 1,000, right? Like, I got to check brick set. That is a very interesting question. Could somebody beat me to that? sets. I mean, there's got to be well over 1,000 Lego Star Wars sets. I would presume. Let's see what BrickHeadz has reported. Why do I not see Star Wars? Why do I not see Star Wars? I do not see Star Wars. Star Wars. 1,012. Okay, so I was pretty dang close. So BrickHeadz logs 1,012 Lego Star Wars sets, official Lego Star Wars sets. I'm sure there's some miscellaneous ones that maybe didn't get included, whatever. Anyways, out of 1,000 Lego sets, we didn't see a single Star Wars logo be made to showcase and brand all those sets. I mean, just picture this set on your stand or on your display case with all your other Star Wars. Trust me, it brings out the best in Lego. I have mine here down in the room, and like every time I walk down here now, I see it, I'm just like, that is cool. Like, that is cool. This set is impressive. Hopefully it gets the love it deserves. I think it was good. What up, TW Games? Good to see you, man. Welcome on in. Nothing beats the Star Wars. I'm good. I'm good with that 808. I'm definitely buying the Star Wars logo day one. I really like it. Okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one saying that. I thought I was going crazy. I've seen some like, I don't know. You know, the media's always pretty bashful, right? I've just seen like hate comments on this set, and it's like overpriced. I thought it was a fair value price point. I mean, obviously, I'm a deals channel. I can always beat down and be like, this should be $50, this should be $40, but it is a cool set. I like the fact that it has the T that opens up and it has the Star Destroyer chasing the Tanev. And then also something that I really do like is I think the official Lego term is called greebling. Using different Lego brick elements here to establish a background that like has texture. And this set did a really, really good job. You can see it really well in this picture. It has just like totally a bunch of different black brick elements here that offer a very unique background. So really cool. I like that one a lot. Alex Blair in the chat, another channel member here. Good to see you, Alex. If it lit up, it would be better. Absolutely, Alex. I think lights will always make things go crazy. Hey, Tay in the house. Good to see you, Tay. It should have a George Lucas minifig. That would just be Troy. That would be icing on the cake, bro. I second that. I second that. That would have been next level, a little bit more justifiable on the price point, but who knows? They probably would have taxed it another $10. But yeah, maybe one day we'll get that George Lucas minifig, right? Greebling is actually a prop making term from Lucasfilm during the development of the original Star Wars movie. Refers to adding small details, parts called greebles. Hey, there you go, Cobra. Little knowledge drop. Appreciate that. Buying it either way. Have they made a George Lucas minifig officially? I guess I don't know. I guess I don't officially know that. Anybody know in the chat? All right, we're running out of time. We have a few more sets to get through before this live stream starts. I want to get through them all. The next set here is from Rebels. So for my Rebels fans, I'm a huge fan of Rebels. Georgiana is a huge fan of Rebels. So when this set was, announced that it was going to be made here, I was pretty ecstatic. Now, the one I'm going to compare this to, and in my review video, I compare it to it often. Hold up. Is this one right here. I find this a little bit hard to justify. So this is currently the $100 R2-D2 minifig on the market. Hey, what up, Finley, for the boys? Hey, we got Mtron in here, another channel member. Appreciate you, Mtron. Love both logos. We'll pick up both. Also happy to be here. This is my first live stream. I've been enough since dude, nearly died in a car crash while having COVID at the same time. Mtron forever, dude. That is crazy, man. I'm so blessed to have you here today, and God willing, man, you're all right, and it seems clear you made it out of the car crash and COVID all in one piece. Appreciate you and sending nothing but healthy blessings your way, man. Appreciate you. Dang, bro, crazy story there. But going back to R2-D2 and Chopper, Brooks says Chopper had a dark green leg instead of gray. I think that was a miss. Yeah, it's more of like a sand green. Is it like sand green or dark green? But yeah, I get where you're going. Both sets are at $100 price tag, and same piece count, which I think is crazy considering the fact that Chopper is so much smaller. Unfortunately, they don't have a side-by-side of Chop here next to like R2-D2, but I will post a picture whenever I can of this. But trust me, which is accurate to Chopper. Chopper is a smaller astromech droid, so like totally fair. But I do feel like I felt like he should have been an $80 set. Is kind of where like I'm alluding to. Granted, the Darth Malik minifig here is a 25-year anniversary, and you're not supposed to consider this minifigure in the cost of the set. If that is true, then I guess that makes sense why the sell is also $100. So I get it, but it just seems a little bit hard to justify that we have that 25-year anniversary minifig for $100 and Chopper is $100. It's a little bit of a bummer in my opinion. I like the set. I think it was a fun build. I love all the details of Chopper. I don't know. He sits a little bit awkward, I would say. R2D2 really has like a very natural look, and even from the box art style, like his legs here are like ever so slightly hinging like towards us, and then this one's kind of hindering backwards. I don't know. It's a little bit of an awkward position, and I don't think displays exactly the way they intended it to. I just had struggle getting it to like just showcase right. So it almost looks like he's moving forward and backwards at the same time. I don't know. Anyways, a little strange there, but not too bad. The minifigure I thought is the exact same Chopper minifig from the Ghost. So that is pretty typical there. And we got Nally in the house, Lego Loca, channel member and moderator here. And appreciate you, Nally. New series of box arts. As far as this box, we've seen this box art before. This was similar to all the Ahsoka Season 1 sets, if I'm not mistaken. I love Chopper. Yes, minor imperfections and pricing, but I don't care. I love it. Yeah, I think that's, Mtron, I think, like, when you pay attention that closely to details, sure. I'm nitpicking here for sure, but I mean, it is a $100 Lego set, right? All these elements are stickers. These are stickers. Actually, mine are very crooked. Actually, Georgiana placed these two right here. They're super crooked. It bothers me to this day. But anyways, nonetheless, it's Chopper. I've been always wanting Chopper. I know many others have as well, so it's been pretty ecstatic to see this being made. Looks like those are some black hot dogs here for details of wiring in the front. That's pretty cool. I do love that. So anyways, that is Chopper. Enough said on him. Chopper was always riding around on the single wheel. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. Almost out of time here, guys, until the live stream. Until the official live. Oh, looks like they already have it up. Looks like they got some questions here. Holy. Oh, I'm Peppy Grub. I'm Peppy Grub. Hello. I'm Peppy Grub. All right, we'll have some fun in here in just a little bit, but we're on a 10-minute countdown. There's a couple more sets we got to get looking at. So oh, this is going to be fun. All right. The next two sets are going to be helmet series. So in 2025, I think there was, air quotes around not having more Lego Star Wars helmet series sets be made. That's been simply not the case. As of March, we had the AT-AT driver helmet. That was $70. And then here in modern day, we're getting two new releases. The first one, Jango Fett, and the second one, Kylo Ren. I want to talk about Kylo Ren first because, man, I'm not a fan. Like, I don't think it looks good. It is the second smallest helmet by piece count. The only one smaller is at like 480 parts, and that is the Scout Trooper. So this would come in at number 2 at the smallest. The Scout Trooper, if I'm not mistaken, was MSRP $60 because it had such a insignificant in piece count. This one is clearly at the $70 price tag. Again, all of my first releases. I don't know. There's something about it that I just think looks off. I love Kylo Ren, so like I don't want to go on that bash. I think from the side, it looks so much better. I think the side view looks pretty good. They got this kind of like angle of his helmet piece, pretty much spot on as best you can do from Lego. But from like a front side point of view, I don't think he looks that great. I think he's far too narrow of a headpiece, is kind of what I'm going for. It just looks a little bit strange versus Boba Fett. Boba Fett has like the perfect plump helmet that I feel like Lego just does so great with. It's very similar to the Boba Fett one. The Jango Fett just looks kind of a recolorway between Mando and the Boba and some different details, of course. I love the rangefinder. The rangefinder looks exceptionally well. The color scheme, of course, looking great. This is all stickers, it looks like. Of course, getting the printed plaque. I don't know. I think Django looks fantastic. Pretty awesome that they're doing a Django Fett helmet to go alongside our UCS Django Fett Slave 1. That is excited. Why do they have studs on the helmets? Why not have smooth flat pieces? I mean, I feel like there's a balance between studs and flat pieces. I think it's a good. I love Dark Soldier. I love the concern there. I feel like when a set is all tiled off or flat, it actually takes away a little bit more than it does good. And I think a balance between them it does wonders. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. At least for the top pieces, I don't know. How would you establish that? Maybe add tiles or too shiny. Yeah, that's another thing. Hey, what up, Brick Force? Finally made it live. Appreciate it, man. They do need to make the Crushed Vader helmet instead. Yeah, that Mr. Doodle Day says that. I agree. The Crushed Vader helmet would definitely be on our box list here. I think the box pictures just kind of suck. Brickin. Oh man, I'm excited to drop the review, but I'll say this much. I thought the box pictures were better than the build in itself. I will say all of these look to be printed. No stickers there, which adds to the excitement of it. Using the new 6x6 corner dome would really work. Oh, that's another good idea, Brickin Schmitz. I meant more on the Kylo Ren and Vader helmet. Django's helmet looks great. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. The cheek prints look cool. Hope it's printed. Yes, those are printed on there. That is something I do like, and maybe that reflects the cost and lower price piece count. The fact that these are all printed versus stickers. So yeah. Anyways, pretty excited there. Dang. All right, and then finally the last set here, which I don't know where they're getting this price tag from. Drop a comment right now on your thoughts on this set. When I first saw this set, I put out an unboxing video where I didn't know Lego didn't give me any information on the sets, but I filmed an unboxing video and I give a honest review of what I think of the set before I know the prices and what I think the prices should be. And I forget exactly what I said this price should be, but I figured it would be like $50. This set being at $70 is literally criminal. Like, I feel like that is just robbery. I love the set. I think the set looks overall pretty solid. Probably my favorite Midi-scale ship to date, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've built all of them except I haven't built the Millennium Falcon or the Tantive, but I have them. But I think it's my favorite one to date. And my gosh, I like it, but $70 is criminal. Man, I can't even like justify $50. I feel like this is just a $40 Lego set. Like, this is a $40 set for sure. 18 cents. Yikes. Yeah, no minifigs too, right? Like, what is so expensive in this set? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I can't justify it. I have to look up all these pieces. Like, I'm very curious to see if I uploaded these parts lists, aside from like the plaque, obviously. If I uploaded this pieces to Bricklink, like, what would the actual cost be? I find it hard to believe. Hey, what up, Kate? Good to see you. $40 set looks different, but the prices tag is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, $50. I think they're rubbing us. I'd buy it for 50, no way 70. So I feel like this is one that's clearly going to be priced in at $70 and then like be on sale for $50 almost immediately. I'm going to probably call out that sales, but guys, I really believe this set will go at some point in our lifetime of the shelf life of this set. It will be under $40. I'm a pretty firm believer, if not at least 50% off at $35. I like the set, but man, oh man, $70 feels just a little bit robbery. Had they included an exclusive Kylo Ren minifigure in it, yeah, sure. I would have been like, all right, cool set, cool ship, $10 for the fig, 60, maybe 70 would have made me cry a little bit inside. Like, dang, now I got to spend 70 to get the fig. Man, wild. Well, everything's expensive due to tariffs and the. I don't. I mean, these are Okay, I feel like that's an inaccurate statement, just due to the statement that these sets are established like a year and a half in advance, right? Like, this was not whipped up January 1st or November of last year. This set has been in the production line for probably over a year, right? In the year and a half in the making. So these prices are negotiated very early on as well. Sure, things can change, but like, I don't think that is 100% accurate. I feel like within the next year, actually going into 2026, those statements would be accurate to reflect those costs, right? I feel like there's a delayed effect when you talk about stuff like that, especially in pricing things like this, because these, the UCS Django Fett, the slave one here, whatever, Starship, this set's, it's probably been at least 12 to 18 months in production. So keeping that in mind. Yeah, these will all be May 1st released, of course. Yeah, there are no tariffs on Lego. Yeah. Anyways, don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I'm just trying to like give Lego the benefit of the doubt here. Chat, we did it. We got through every single set, I think, that is releasing. Pretty sure that's every set released. That is a lot of Lego Star Wars sets releasing May 1st. This is going to be, now I'm excited. This is hype. I will try and print a new shirt for this year for a live stream, but that will be in the making. Do they make Lego sets regionally or one big factory? Quinlan, there's different factories for different areas. Our current factory is in Mexico. That Mexico factory covers all of North America. In 2027, we will officially be under the Virginia factory. So it really will have no effect between tariffs on us. It's just, whatever the sheer cost of Legos, Lego saying. So as of 2027, that will literally not be a statement to be made, because we'll have official Lego store in US, at least speaking for US residents. As far as other regions go, I know one of the other biggest factories is in Vietnam, which is saying something itself. Vietnam has one of the biggest Lego factories, but they don't even have an official Lego store. Just throwing that out there. Hey, just throwing that, because I was in Vietnam. I was looking for Lego stores. I was in Vietnam about 6 months ago, and they didn't have a single official Lego store. The only Lego store they had was one in Macy's in the mall there in oh gosh. They had a resale one in Hanoi, like a reseller store, like a certified store kind of thing. Then they also had a Macy's in Saigon, and a really big, bigger city ball. So, anyways, not to go down that hole. AC23 was still low. All right, we got a minute and a half here. Hit that like button, smash it up. Not all set showing is coming soon on Ireland store. 53 likes. Refresh chat. Yo, we got over 130 people here. Shout out to everyone being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Let's see if we can climb up to 100. Appreciate you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. Let's talk Lego Star Wars, guys. This is going to be exciting. This will be a live reaction. A live reaction of all these sets. All right. And we are under a minute. The factory is under construction. Yes. Yep. I think official opening day is the 2027. Yeah, likes don't refresh automatically. Where we at? Where we at? Do you guys have any anticipation or hype for this? Like, what are your thoughts? Do you think we'll I don't know, is there anything that hasn't been revealed that they will reveal? Looks like they have all the sets preloaded in here. Yeah, I don't see anything on here that we haven't talked about. The only thing I haven't seen is the Camino facility trading, that GWP, the $160 threshold one. That's pretty hype. Hey, if you guys are on, Stud City chat is here. There we go. I don't even know where my comment just went. Oh, and they're live. All right. So this is Boone. He was on the Lego Masters. May the 4th hype. Let's go. Yes, he's from Lego Masters. Are you guys able to hear this live or no? I could change the audio if you want to hear it. If not, it might be a little loud. We'll drop him a heart. No. Do you guys want to hear him? Do you want to hear him, or do you want to just read chat? I'll leave it up to you guys. That's I might be a little early. Okay, well, here's the other thing. We'll get to see the sets. You can see. Oh, look at there's the Camino cadets there. The Camino Clone cadets. Those are really cool. Check that out. Oh my gosh, so hyped. They look great. Turn the sound on. Okay. UCS model. There we go. Hold up. Default speakers to. Hold on. I'm trying. We cannot hear said. Sound on, please. Uh, Technical difficulties. Audio, digital speakers. It doesn't let me showcase the audio. Got it live on my tablet. Okay, okay. Is there a link to watch it live? It's just on the Lego website. Sadly, I'm not seeing how I can add the audio. Okay. I feel like I'm on the Lego. This is it. Is that double streaming? Okay. I'll just break it down. I'm so sorry, guys. I should have practiced this beforehand. Unless anybody can. We're not missing anything. I promise. Um, if I go to really quick, if I go to audio, it just says mic and speakers. So I don't see anywhere how to do it. Apologies. So these are the designers. Best job in the world. Let's go. Yo, looks like they have all of the builds already built. What is that right here? Is that Grogu in a hover prom? Hey, what up, Alexandria? What is that, chat? Can you guys see that? Is that Grogu? I feel like that's Grogs. I feel like that's Grogs. I just city. Yeah, I have two tabs open. Yeah. So they're hyping up. How do you become a Lego designer? That's a good question. Don't you have to live in Berlin? Dang. What I be in? Man, Lego designer. No background in designing. That's pretty wild. Just loves Lego. I like their table. I wonder if I can get one of these for my Lego room. This is awesome. Dang. That's a lot of says. Yeah. There's the AT-AT helmet. Yeah, Quinlan's it. I agree, man. The logo looks fantastic on the desk. I love that set. I'll be honest, that's top 3 helmet for sure. Ooh, Django Fett. There it is. Official reveal of one in hand. Dang. I think I just figured out. Sorry, I'm gonna try and share the screen and the audio. That way you guys can hear too. Did that work? Who did those stickers? Alex B. Who did those stickers? Ari says maybe that's the Grogu for the make and take. Maybe it is. I can see the less round. I don't know. Look at. Can you guys tell how much smaller he is in comparison to the other ones? Like look at the sheer size. He is clearly the smallest. Look how big the AT-AT driver helmet is in comparison, even to Jango Fett versus the Kylo Ren one. That's kind of wild. All right, who asked? Somebody asked if they're printed. No, it's just a known fact. Hey, what up, Shreddy? Rabbit his small. Yeah, Chris K. I think it's small. I just like if they were a fan of. Hopefully they answer, Shreddy. I doubt they're actually answering questions from the actual chat. Those are baby Grogu. I just saw that. Were they brick built? I'm gonna try one more thing here, guys. Hold up. There we go. Okay.
And Lucasfilm.
Audio
So
should be shared now, right?
Who decides what? But
Thumbs
of
up,
course,
thumbs up,
sometimes
thumbs up.
You can suggest sets that will eventually become. a
Evie,
set.
no, I
Cool.
don't think
It
so.
doesn't guarantee it'll be next year, though.
But that's really
Sound is
exciting
on. All right.
as a model designer.
Cool.
Daniel, thank you for sharing the helmets with us. Henrik, we've got some other stuff to look at.
Yeah. Continuing on the Kylo Ren approach, we have our next mid-scale starship, which is Kylo Ren's shuttle.
Thumbs up. All right,
This,
good.
nice
Let me know if
scale.
you guys don't
It's,
like it. I can change
fully
it, but
detailed
there we go.
and functional. You can have the wings folding up and down.
I think the wings
They do not slide in
being
each other
at an
like in the
angle is
movie.
like a bust.
But this is as we see it in The Force Awakens. We have some
Cool.
ski poles here as laser cannons.
It's a fun thing to use elements from the Lego system that maybe were designed to be something else.
Yeah.
And when we find creative
Hey,
ways to
appreciate
use
you,
them,
Papa Trip.
Yeah, the ski poles are really, really nice. Just
Love
like we
being
also
here.
use the roller skate for grip pins and whatever. Here you have gold bullions in black. Also see some engine.
I will
detail in
argue
the
that
back.
the wings are
That's a
like
nice,
really flat, like
interpretation of the ship.
the under
Very
of
cool.
a plate.
And tell me about the geometrical challenge
I
for
agree, Troy.
creating a set like this.
I'm gonna grab
I think the
boxes.
biggest challenge here
feel like-
for our colleague,
I feel like I
Marina,
should have
was
the
to
boxes
get
here.
the wings to fold down and stay there. Do not break off. In designing stuff like this,
Django
you also
Fett.
need to be aware if you can't get your like fingers squeezed in there or something like this. Maybe things that people don't think about, but stuff that we think about when we do this. So it was, I think, one of her biggest challenges.
Well, she did an excellent job. Thank you
There
very
you
much
go.
for showing us
That's a
Kylo
lot of
Ren's
Lego.
shuttle. Don't forget, folks, we've got this UCS set. It's coming. We're going to talk about it. We're going to take a closer look at it. It's coming just a little bit later in the stream.
70
What's
bucks.
next,
Yeah.
Henrik?
Next up is next in line in our droid series. We have Chopper.
This
that
thing
we-
is so cool.
It is so cool. We know him from Rebels and lately also from the Ahsoka series. It is full of details. You have all of these pipes and wires.
Hey, what
going
up,
on
BFAB?
all the way around. I think our colleague Jamie
Hey,
did
you
an
know.
awesome job on this one. You have different functions. You have small arms coming out, folding. You have
Okay,
these big arms here on the
I'm
head
also
with some
curious why he's talking about
connections.
this one.
And you know he always like
$100
his head
or
is
should have
never
been
standing
80.
Still.
Just
So it
saying.
actually has a function for the head.
Yeah, he has some attitude.
So
yeah,
cool.
he does.
I do love
And this
Chop.
character has so much personality, right? As a droid, and for the model designer Jamie and the rest of the team to be able to work on this, to be able to bring that out in these various different functions. Cool. All right, and we've got one more item over here, right?
Yeah, we have the item. If you're a Lego Star Wars fan, you would need this.
The
It's
centerpiece.
the centerpiece of your collection. Yeah, it's a buildable Star Wars logo.
I think this is like arguably
all
one
in
of the
black
best
and
ones.
yellow.
This is such an iconic logo.
There we go.
You know, just to think, 1977, the world first saw this logo, and
1977.
all these
Holy
years
heck.
later, all these decades later,
So
it
almost
still
50
remains
years.
one of the most iconic franchise logos. Just incredible, and the way that the Lego elements
I could justify
are
Chopper's
used
price
to
just based on the
emulate
piece
the
count.
shapes
Yeah,
of this iconic logo.
that's where it makes sense, Troy.
Really,
I agree.
really
Like I
cool.
think
And I especially
least that
also
one makes
like
sense.
the building greebling you have between the letters.
Yeah.
It's
I
also
talked about
really
that
nice.
greebling. I'm just saying.
And there is a surprise in the build. We
Oh.
won't show it here. You need to
All
discover
right.
it yourself.
No, don't spoil the surprise.
A surprise for you to discover yourself,
The surprise is
especially after
on
you
the
click on the product card for this product down below. All right, Honest Pasta 14284.
we talked about it earlier.
The
The surprise
the
is
Star Wars logo goes
right
hard.
there in
Yeah,
the T.
Was this that's funny. Someone else asks, "What is your favorite new Star Wars set for 2025?"
I'm not sure.
Do you have a
BFAB?
favorite?
I mean, it would
I mean, I'm a
seem
little
so, or he
biased
just does all the
because one of
lives.
Mine is here.
Yeah.
But as I say, I did build the Django Fett helmet as well, and I really enjoyed that process. It's so hard to decide. There's so many good things here. And we'll look at the UCS just now.
Yeah. And I think for me, Bill was the designer of the original Django Fett Starship back in, I think, 2002. I've been
Dang.
looking so much forward to seeing this being finished. So I'm really excited about the new one that Jackson designed.
Cool.
I'll be
Very
honest,
cool.
I
All
love
right.
the new.
Well, we've got some novelty promotions. May the 4th, it's a great time for people to bulk up their Lego Star Wars collections. And we have this. You worked on this one, right,
Yes.
Henrik? Do we want
This
to
is
see
one I
the-
don't
the
have.
assembled model?
Yeah.
This is the Lego Star Wars Camino
Oh,
training
kidding. This is one
facility
I do
gift
have.
with purchase. This set comes, it's the first ever to include Lego Star Wars minifigures of clone cadets.
There it is.
Yes. They're exclusive to this set and they come with arm print and 2K molded legs. So they have boots and you get 3 of them in the set.
How
get
did we
this
get dual
nice
molded legs in a
KE8
GWP, but not in a
Enforcer,
$300
which
UCS
has this-
Django Fett?
It's not really a
Slave
function,
one.
but it's made a function so you can land it, so you can play
Nice.
with it. You can
That's
open
crazy.
the cockpit and place a minifigure in there.
Yo, what
can
up, Brick
rotate
Love?
The engines.
Good to see you, bro. We're just
So there's different.
we're just
small
here for the
functions
live
to use.
reveal, man.
Then you have some training
Brick Love,
facility.
hey,
You
just so
have
you
a
guys, if you
rotating,
think the
tower
Lego
here
sets are hype for May
and
1st,
some
you should see
barriers
what
that you
Brick
can
Love and
hide
I have cooking
behind when the
for
tower
this
is
live
up.
stream
Nice,
right
cool.
here on May the 1st.
And if you're
I'm
watching
just
and you
saying,
love this gift with
Dubs in the
purchase,
house for
this
Brick
will
Love.
be available when you spend over $160. Cool. We've got some other gifts with purchase. There's this
Okay, here we go.
small Millennium Falcon.
In a paper bag? Yo, I have
Man,
not seen a paper bag
Such
one
a
yet.
cool thing. I know, you know, one of the most popular Star Wars ships of all time, the Millennium Falcon, and we've expressed it in scales from very small to very large, and I love seeing it in this scale. This is a gift with purchase. It's available when you spend $40 or more. What do you guys think of this? It's so detailed for such a small ship.
It really is. Yeah.
I think they did the same thing last year, right? They gave
They
put out was it the
So,
tie?
yeah.
Was it the
It's fun
tie
to work on.
that
Yeah.
was the
But that's quite a
GWP?
challenge, isn't it? Because
I'll be
I
honest, I don't
find
have
that
this one yet, so I'm
building
actually
smaller
stoked to
sets
get
like
this as a
this-
throw-in.
it's harder than you would imagine it to be, because you just don't have as much room inside in the interior.
I
to hide anything.
totally agree, Dark
So
Soldier.
Most of what you use
50-year
is
anniversary
visible
for Star
on
Wars.
the outside. So you really have to be selective.
I
about
wonder
what
if we
you
will get a
use.
paper bag.
Do
What
you
up, Ian?
guys have a favorite element that you like to sneak into sets?
I have a bunch of elements that I always use in the same color. So like in most of my sets, I have a 2x2 orange plate, for instance.
Okay.
My favorite element is the 1x5 propeller with the cross hole in the middle. It saved
fun.
me so many times in sets, and it's in most of my sets. What
Yeah.
about you?
Yeah, I actually have one that I try to put in when it makes sense.
Okay, that box
and
looks
that's a
bigger than the one on the
2x2 bright yellow
Wait,
brick.
chat. Does
And
that
the
box
reason
of
for that
the
is
Luke
it's
helmet
a
look way
representation of the
like did not
Wildland
the right size in
firefighting
comparison
truck
to this
that I
one?
used to drive
Oh, maybe
as
it
a
is.
volunteer wildfire
I thought it was
fighter
like that like
in Cape
really
Town.
singular
Obviously,
one. It's a little bit
In a
bigger.
build like this, it wouldn't make sense because it would
ATT was last
cause
year.
too
Oh,
many
thank you,
knock-on
Ari.
effects for the rest of the build. But when I can, I'll put it in there.
Cool. Wonderful. All right. Well, it is that time. It's time to talk about the Ultimate Collector Series Jango Fett Starship. But before we do, here are some words from the model designer, Jackson Hughes, the designer of this amazing set. Roll it.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Hughes and I was the model designer for the LEGO Ultimate Collector Series Jango Fett Starship. Needless to say, I was super excited about the opportunity to design this LEGO model. One of my favorite childhood memories is going to the movie theater with my dad when I was a kid to see Star Wars Attack of the Clones. After watching that movie, Jango
Dang.
Fett quickly became one of my favorite characters.
I'm gonna hold this one when I
I
sleep
spent about
tonight.
6 months working on it, and I think the hardest
What
part
up,
to
Rootster?
design was the blue rounded base section of the ship, which has a lot of complex curves, and it was hard to build with Lego elements.
I
But we
really
have
do
a lot
think
of
the
modern
curvature looks
pieces and cool new
fantastic.
building techniques that allowed us to get the shaping super accurate, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Other than that, I think my favorite detail is that the ship has a functional boarding
Oh, what up,
ramp,
Techno?
and of course, a seismic charge on the back. I had a ton of fun designing this set. I hope you have a ton of fun building it. Happy May the 4th.
Thank you so much.
I really
Jackson.
believe this is
Jackson,
one of the
thank you
best
so much
UCS
for,
sets
taking
that's
the time
released since
to
I've been
record that,
collecting
and-
Lego,
and
at least, so I
this
can't speak
is
before that.
such an
But
incredible
my
model.
gosh,
I have a
It's
small
my favorite
personal
one that
story
I have,
to tell because
from
I
UCS
just
sets.
learned today
I have the
that you were
AT-AT.
the
I don't have a
model
Falcon,
designer
but
of the set that I gifted to myself for my 18th
Man,
birthday
I'm hyped.
back in
I-
2002.
sadly, there's no
right?
exclusive
And it was the
GWP
first
for it.
time we did
Just like
Jango's Starship.
just the normal,
and
Camino
tell us
training
just a
facility,
little bit
but
about that. It's
man.
a long time ago, but it's a nice story over all these years to come to this.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a
but that's true.
GWP
I
boss.
designed the first one back
That's
in
a
the days. I guess that's
GWP.
probably been 2001 when I worked on it.
Christian, any
And
ideas that you will
for
be
that
willing?
model,
Nally, sadly,
not
I
model,
built
that was
all
when
of
we made the
these
mini
in the
legs.
backgrounds so I
we
can
used
have
the small
review
legs
videos
for
ready.
Boba Fett in that
I know,
model. And at the
crazy.
same year we used it
Which is
for
wild
Yoda
because
also.
my review videos are going to post
I
like
remember that
over a
being
week,
so
so I
cool,
probably
and
could
I
have
knew no one was
saved
gonna get it
some
for
of
me,
these
so
for a
I
live.
went ahead and bought it for myself for my birthday. Okay,
Good.
but now it's 2025,
happy they
and we
didn't
have
change the
this
size
is the
from these
first
days to
time we've done
Yeah,
Jango's ship in Ultimate Collector Series.
Boba's
Yes.
slave one was
And
smaller or less in
why-
price, right?
Why now?
That's a good question.
Do you
That's
know?
a good question.
I know it's been a wish for fans for many years, and since we did Boba Fett's Starship some years ago, 10 years ago maybe, they've been wanting this one, and it's also been a wish
I
from
know,
our
Nally.
colleagues and ourselves, I guess.
Yeah.
So now is the time for this one.
And from that first one that we did to this new one,
Ryan
the
bought it
system
early.
has changed a lot. We've got colors
Bruce
that weren't
Swift
available
found some
then.
in
We've
Hong
got
Kong.
shapes that weren't available then. How has that affected what we're able to do today?
I think it's hard to compare those two. First of all, it's a play model. The other one, this is an Ultimate Collector model.
So
But
this is technically a play
what
model.
Jackson has done here is he's really
Which I love.
transformed all of our normal Lego bricks into I would almost say like a work of art. He worked so hard on getting the shape of the fuselage so correct to shape, and so use so many different building techniques getting there. So I think it's hard to compare those two. It's
Cool. Well, we're going to take a closer look at this, but I do want to remind everyone that we have a wonderful sweepstakes.
Does the
We're gonna
name
be
change
giving
better anymore?
away
Or are
2
we past that?
boxes of this set signed by the model designer Jackson Hughes. And
It's like giving away a
we've
signed
got a
copy.
question from the chat. How do you even start designing curves on a starship?
well, we have a lot of different Lego elements that have a curve in there, but most of them have a curve like one-way curve. So you need to like go to the element stock, you pick up all the different curved elements we have, you sit around messing with them, trying to like combine them in different ways. And in this case, I know that he had a printout of the real Starship, where he tried to sort of match them up to while working on it.
Cool. Very cool. Quick Yogurt in the chat says, I love this ship.
So do we.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. And I would say, I think this is the best that we've ever captured the specific curves and shapes of this ship.
I mean,
Yeah.
I agree. This is phenomenal.
On this ship, we have one new element that we made especially for this, which is the cockpit. So it has the correct shape. And I know they worked a lot Jackson worked a lot with the element designers on this.
Dang, that's crazy. Dark
take
Soul says Slave 1 was $200 at release. What
canopy
year was
off,
that released, Dark Soul?
Then you have access to the whole cockpit where you have Django and Boba Fett. You have the new rangefinder here on the helmet. You can slide out the
2015.
controls, so it's much easier to access them.
So I'm just gonna look up $200.
Daniel, you've got a little inside knowledge on the language printed on these stickers, right?
Yes, there are a couple of
So
4F
technically-
details over here. Should I say what it says?
I don't know. I think
Hold
you
up.
could.
Okay, yeah. I think it's a fun little detail that actually says no step, like you'd see on aircraft in this galaxy. So that's a fun little detail.
$200 in
Cool.
2015.
I love this section on the back. Maybe we can turn this again. And there's this great area here.
So
where you can
technically, $200
see
in
a little bit of the
2015
secrets
is
that
equal
Jackson
to
used to get the angles right, because
$273 today. So
the-
really, an only
some of these
$27
sections are
price
out of
increase.
grid,
If you like
right? So
really,
this whole section
really
here is kind of in grid,
look
and
at
then
it like
these
that.
sections are angled.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool how both
Hey, what up,
curved
White Owl?
elements and some really intricate triangles are
that's not.
used
It's not terrible.
to make this egg
It's like
shape.
$25.
yeah, he really had a big challenge on his hands there, and he spent a lot of time
For $25, this
perfecting
is
those
a
parts out
far
there
better
and
set than
triangles on the back there to just
the
get
Boba
everything
Fett.
to work together right.
Cool. Proud
What up, Brick
Garlic in the
Building?
chat
Yes,
says
I believe
drooling
so.
over this ship. Nice.
Another thing we have here on the back that Jackson also wanted to have in there is the seismic charge that makes
Yeah.
this iconic sound in the movie that would just blew everybody's mind back then and still does, I guess.
Mm.
You can take it out.
Yeah, no
That's
worries,
for
Nelly.
the,
There's a size. I kind of
details.
am surprised these aren't printed
you have to make
elements.
the sound yourself.
I'm not going to try.
And then, of
I'm
course, the
surprised.
set comes with a stand, but you can easily lift it off the stand.
Mhm.
And while you're flying the ship like this, and when he lands, you see the wings rotate.
Ooh.
So they fit perfectly. And that's all done by gravity. even
Nice.
though you don't have gravity in space. So I don't know how they do it in real life.
No gravity.
There's another great function on this, right?
Yeah. There's a function that he also worked a lot on, and it's almost magical. So when you push the loading ramp, you have the door of the ship opening by itself.
Oh, that's rad.
That's a good function.
Do it again. Sweet. Very cool.
Yeah, I
Very
do love that
satisfying.
feature.
And also, when you look at the ship from the side, you also see that everything.
Yeah, that's
this
another
is
good
not
point.
even
Absolutely.
flat, it
The
also
original
has an
UCS only
angle,
had,
so there's angles all over
you
the
know,
place.
basically 2,000 pieces versus this one having
Cool.
3,000. So
Let's
huge
see it on
upgrade,
the
man.
Stand again.
I'm
Of
very
course,
pleased with that set.
Like our UCS sets, it comes with a great stand.
I love the
printed
$300 price
plaque with
target for like a
details about the
UCS set,
ship.
Troy.
Nice.
Yeah, like you said,
Good.
when
All
you're
right,
500 to
can you each
$1,000,
point
it's
to
just like
one thing about this
unsustainable
that you love?
for people, right? Like I
Oh,
totally agree.
I just really love that ramp. That loading ramp is
Later, Quinlan, bro.
something
Appreciate you,
special.
man.
for me. How
Cool.
about you?
I just really like the overall model. It's awesome.
Okay, that's wonderful. So, viewers, you can enter to win
We can
one
enter?
of 2 signed boxes.
We can enter to win.
Yeah, there's the box with Jackson Hughes' signature on it. Very cool. Nice.
Let's go.
Thanks again, Jackson. You must be over 18. You must live in the UK or the US, and you will need to
UK,
use
US
50
exclusive.
insider points to enter
Dang.
the sweepstakes,
Gotta spend
or by
points.
mailing an envelope with entry cards, which includes your membership account and personal details. There's a link in the chat right now where you can go see the full terms and conditions. And if you're new to our Insiders program, you can earn points immediately by making a purchase. Or
P.S.
by
That's
going to
another
the
one.
activities
That's pretty
section
cool.
and doing some of the fun activities to earn some points. So that is the sweepstakes is live now, and the sweepstakes will close on the 7th of May.
Oh, did I just freeze? No.
Out the gift with purchases that come with the UCS. Good, cool. Have one of you hold that up.
Sure.
So this is a key
Great
ring
stand.
that comes that replicates the starship's takeoff position with a rotating centerpiece. So
This is
depending on
cool.
The
I want
direction
this.
that you turn the keychain, you can get the ship to go. Ooh, cool! Whoa! I didn't know it did that. We had rehearsal, you guys, and I didn't see it do this before. This is awesome. Okay. Lego Star Wars fans and families can enjoy additional gift with purchases.
That is like
With qualifying
arguably the best
purchases
one they've
at
done
Lego
yet.
Star Wars of Lego Star Wars sets at Lego stores and Lego.com. These special offers are available for a limited time, so don't miss out. Okay, and last year we looked at a book, the Lego Star Wars. The Force.
I want
of
that coin.
Creativity.
What are
And we
they? Is
still
that
have
the
book,
coin was a
and we're
GWP
going to
or
talk
what?
about it today because there's a special promotion,
They did
and
not
it is
talk about that.
triple loyalty points when you buy this book.
Bro,
Henrik,
that
tell us
book
about the
needs to be
book.
$40,
The
and then I'll
book
get
comes
it.
in this awesome box that you open. Now we've taken the book
$150 was
itself out,
crazy.
but if you open the box itself, it also comes with a time
The
capsule.
time capsule.
So in here you have some special things. You have some sketches of minifigures, some special building instructions, original Star Wars logo,
That's
and
cool.
there's also a specially printed poster in here of the
Oh, that's good.
UCS. Star
Wait, how did
Destroyer
you get the coin? Is the coin a
that I happened to
GWP?
work on.
Oh,
Just by the
what
way.
didn't you work on?
Yeah, I will actually show you in a minute how the photo was taken.
Oh. Cool.
But in the book itself, you also get the full
I don't see any
story
other
of the Lego Star
redeemable.
Wars history. And just in case you didn't know, the first Lego UCS set was the UCS X-Wing that I also designed many years ago.
And it was your first.
That was my very first Lego set. Yeah,
It blows my
Wow.
mind.
yeah. The biggest Lego set at the time.
Triple
with
points
1,300
just for the
and
book.
something
So triple
pieces.
points would be
Yeah, it was
15%
crazy.
back, basically.
So you get a lot of stories in here.
Oh, the
Just wanna show
GWP.
you
So it is
this,
exclusive for the UCS set.
Photo of that poster being.
Okay,
printed.
yeah, it is a keychain. It's a
Here we have
keychain
the
of a
poster again.
coin.
And we actually hung the Star Destroyer
Whoa.
to take that photo.
Nice.
as you see in the poster.
Amazing. How many times are you pictured in this book, do you think?
I don't know, 4 or 5 times,
All right.
something like that.
Daniel and I barely didn't make the cut on being here in time to make it into this book. So maybe when Lego Star Wars has its 50th anniversary,
You'll be
Yeah.
you'll see some old pictures of Daniel and I.
when you were young, when you still had hair.
Well, yeah, when we
Back
still
in
had
the
hair.
day.
Yeah.
Good. Cool. All right. Listen, insiders, we always want to give so many exclusive opportunities to our Lego insiders. There are exclusive rewards. You can redeem points for some pretty cool things. Oh, thanks for showing us the book, Henrik. We're going to pull out some of these insider exclusives. And the first one is,
What is this?
this is a coin. It's got a cool lenticular function on it.
Keychain!
So depending on which angle you look at it from, you get kind of a different effect.
Okay,
It's
so
got a
this is
stand
different.
on it, and it
That's
also
freaking cool.
features Jango Fett's starship. Very cool.
So that's like the coin
you can
display.
redeem points for these items.
Wow.
We've also got a Lego Star Wars pencil case.
a pencil case. Let's go.
And the pencil case has some great characters on the front.
Okay, that's actually really cool. I
and
like that.
comes with some
Oh, I
stickers
will
on the
be
inside.
redeeming all of these.
Very cool. My kids love stickers.
That's
I
actually
feel like
cool.
I should try to get them that pencil case. All right, and if you live, I
And we
almost
have this, yeah.
forgot.
Don't forget this.
You can redeem points for the limited edition poster created by Lucasfilm approved artist Joe Hogan. This is celebrating May the 4th, and it features imagery from the animated video called Flying with the Fett.
2,500 for the coin. That's crazy.
And you may have
What's
seen it out there on
crazy is
social
that we're gonna
media.
like say
If
you
not,
wanted
you can
1,
stick
2,
around at the
3
end of this
items.
live stream, and we'll play it for you.
You're gonna have to make 3
love this, and
orders,
every
bro.
time
That's
Joe does one of
crazy.
these for us, they look super cool.
And the shorts is really
The fact that Lego doesn't let you
fun to
stack
watch as well.
redeemable
I would
rewards
definitely
is crazy.
Stick around for that. It's just so catchy.
So good.
I would watch this show for real.
Cool. On the book, I forgot to mention. Sorry, we got so many details. This is so much cool stuff. I can't keep track of it all.
So many things.
The triple points on the book is only today and tomorrow. So I think that was by the end of the day on April 16th.
I'm saving my points for the
that's
one
your last
that's
opportunity to get triple points when you buy the book. Oh my goodness, cool. Let's
Triple
see. Someone
points?
asked, can you get the gift with purchase if you pre-order?
for 2 days. Why would they
The
not
answer
extend triple
is
points?
No. Add it to your wish list
Oh my
and
God.
buy it on May 1st. So that's what the product cards are for. You can add those items to your wish list.
Hey, what
on
up,
May
Jessica?
1st
I actually
and
like
get
that
those
pencil
gifts
case. That's
with
actually really
purchase.
cool.
Cool.
Last year's
and
poster was
now,
better.
maybe the silliest part of the live stream. Are you guys ready?
Oh, yes.
What are they gonna do?
Mhm.
Oh, interesting.
We're going to have some really fun activities. If you have a Lego store near you, April 1st through that weekend to celebrate May 1st
I was about to say
through
wait,
that
what?
weekend to celebrate May the 4th. There's going to be these great headbands. We've got some making tapes.
I love it, Nick.
There's going to be some other things.
Oh, okay, so the
let's see.
Grogu is
there's
definitely the
postcards. Where's
buildable
the
Grogu.
postcard?
Ooh, postcard.
There's a postcard somewhere.
They
Oh,
did
yeah,
not.
here.
They did not talk about the
fell.
Ewing yet, did they?
Look at this. This is the beauties of live content. So
The postcard looks
let's see.
pretty
There's
mint.
Lego Star Wars designer events, designer signing events. Families can take part in a large mural building experience. These are all different things that are happening around the world depending on where you're located. So check with your local Lego store for the activities that are going to happen near you to celebrate May the 4th. All right. There is one last thing I got to say, and it's thank you, guys.
Dang.
Thank you
you.
so much.
that it?
This has been such a pleasure.
I wanna
We
recap.
are nearing the end of our live stream, and I
So how long
want to
did
say
they go?
thanks again to Jackson for designing this
Only 30,
incredible new UCS
35
set.
minutes?
And thank this crew. There's a bunch of people behind the cameras. We couldn't do this without them.
Still the best.
And
Still
thanks
the best
again
set.
to all of our other colleagues that make Lego Star Wars possible. This is so cool. if you haven't joined Insiders, it's so easy. There's so many things you can do. So do that, and don't forget about the product
Someone
cards,
said fix
where you can
Boba's
add
hair.
any of these items to your wish list.
I
Thank you
should have been
so
reading
much for
chat.
watching, and until next time, may the force be with you.
We'll see you live May 1st. Dang. So that was, wow. That was, Lego keeps doing so much BS moves. I really cut back on my purchase by 10. Man, I have some mixed emotions coming out of that. One, I feel like, again, similar to last year, it's a little odd that Lego released all the images officially this morning, and then had a live stream to showcase all the sets. It would be really cool if they did it live. Just throwing that out there, since they have this huge Lego Star Wars event kind of thing, right? I will say I'm excited for dang near about every one of those sets. May 1st is shaping up to be really hype. They did not talk about the U-wing, which I thought was kind of interesting, or the buildable Grogu, right? They did not talk about that freaking buildable Grogu. Yeah, they did not. I feel like they definitely just skipped over a ton of stuff. Yeah. I'm okay. I will say I have not seen like a lot of images of the coin or the exclusive keychain for the Jango Fett ship. So to see that was kind of hype live. But man, definitely a miss not talking about some of the other releases. It's kind of odd that they didn't talk about them. Interesting. Yeah, they did not talk about the U-wing or the Revenge of the Sith BrickHeadz. Or that buildable Grogs. Hey, we got Shy in the house. What up, Shy? Good to see you, brother. They skipped some sets. Yeah, I wonder why. I mean, this like factually, the live stream was only 35 minutes, so not even a full hour.
Lego cons were like Boone's. I think Boone's a good guy for.
I don't know. Interesting. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Aside from that, I don't have to keep this live stream going for too long. I appreciate everyone that came out to join the fun. I always love these live Lego releases. If you're new to the channel, this is your first time watching, well, just keep in mind we'll be going live buying and shopping for all of these sets come May 1st at the midnight hour. So make sure to go turn on notifications for that stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. I do that every first of the month, but I will say this month's going to be a little bit extraordinary, and we'll have some special guests on for the occasion, considering the fact that, well, we'll see how long it takes for us to get our first order in. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up. Appreciate everybody. Happy hype for May the 4th. It's only 2 weeks away, which is also really exciting. And if you haven't, make sure to get your taxes done because those bad boys are due today. All right, guys. Love you guys. What figure are we releasing? Brick Love was here in the chats. He didn't showcase a sneak peek, but of course it's going to be Star Wars themed. Since you guys have been patient and all waiting, I will say there will be a collab between Stud City and Life Bricks for that minifig of the month. So officially probably get a Tyler minifig added into the collection, which would be really cool. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up. If you want that fig, come back May 1st, and we'll see you guys there. Love you guys.